If you've come to this quest before completing the elements of art and the principles of design, the two quests directly above it, stop right here and go back. You need to have done the elements of art and the principles of design so that the elements and principles of art and design, which is what this is actually called, will make sense. The 15 quests that follow are unlike the quests you've done before. Each one of them is repeatable up to 10 times. Each one has a minimal amount of loot assigned to it because if you put forth minimal effort to satisfy the requirement, that's what you'll receive. For those of you who go above and beyond, I fully intend to boost the loot in harmony with the quality of your work. And the idea that each one is repeatable 10 times doesn't mean you should do one 10 times before moving on. Actually, that's a terrible strategy because once you use up all 10, you use up all of the opportunities to earn bonus loot for doing a better job. So one question that is sure to come up is, hey, this has line in it, but it's also got texture, and it may have value in addition to that, and there's a little bit of unity. Where should I put it? You choose, but only choose one. You can only use one image that you create in one of the 15 categories, and then acknowledge in the notes that, yes, I put this under value because it's a great study of, moving from light to dark across the surface of this image in order to achieve, whatever result it was you were shooting for. But there's also line and texture and unity and whatever else that comes into play. Become fluent in the language of the elements and principles of art and design. It will make you a better artist the rest of this year. And I know some of you are going, well, I'm going to do animation. Let's just use that as a for instance. Well, the elements and principles of art and design absolutely apply to animation. But in addition to that, there are principles of animation that you need to learn that are different from the principles of design. So there are always foundational tools to help you become a better artist. The kids that cut corners and I just want to do this and get it out of the way and move on. Okay, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. But those of you who want this class to be as valuable as possible to you need to embrace this concept of how do you want to solve this riddle for each one of the different elements and principles. Now, in the videos that were in the elements of art and the principles of design, Kevin provided visual examples of each one of those so that's a starting point. Well, that's how he did it. And please don't just copy what he did. Find your own way to express it. And I'm going to do something I almost never do. I'm going to stop each one of the classes and I am going to explain something. I'm going to bring a prop. I'm going to tell you about an assignment I had that before the Universal Design for Learning was even a thing, it was an art class. And the teacher said, I want you to do a value study and bring it in, at our next meeting. And I want you to be creative. And almost everyone just did a plain old value study. I brought in something different. And I've saved it all these years because it's a reminder that there are far different ways to answer a creative question than the obvious way. Okay, as it says here, follow the instructions below. It says you understand that there will be supplementary videos, and you can complete this quest after you do what's asked, which is to document all this stuff I've been talking about. Play it again if you don't understand. I want you to understand this is a huge section of the Mac Lab that you're not required to complete. But if you're interested in being an artist and learning more about it, you need to do each and every one, at least once. The 10 times is just there to give you space to stretch your legs. I don't expect anyone to complete each one 10 times. But I'm sure there's going to be some confusion, and I will make additional videos in order to try to clear up that confusion. But I want you to be creative. I take this as an invitation. How can you solve this riddle in a way that is different than everybody else is doing it? And if I feature your work, whoa, there's a big bonus. But it's not to get the bonus. It's to stretch your mind, to look at things differently, to become a creative problem solver. This will help you in whatever field you go into in real life. All right, you guys, have fun with this. This is meant to be fun, but don't rush through it. And, if you feel like you need to do something else, do something else.